I built a castle out of chaos, stood the throne from shattered dreams. Jumped the well with just a faded. You just like to watch me masturbate. My bones are gas, they close them like a king. And every time you pulled away, I felt the needle sting.
You walked in like a whisper, soft and static on the skin. Eyes like loaded dice and I was ready to begin. Every glance a gamble, every smile a spin. You didn't promise heaven, but you let the light leak in. I felt the rush before the touch, the thrill before the kiss. You didn't have to say a word, my brain filled in the bliss. You were the jackpot, blinking in a room of broken lights. I pulled the lever of your silence and prayed for lucky nights. Your attention was a currency, I spent it like a fool. Even crumbs felt like a feast when you bent the golden rule. You gave just enough to keep me starving for the rest. A flicker of affection in the coldness in your chest. I chased the high, or maybe the thriller might be true. Each message was a miracle, each chapter split in two. You taught me how to worship, don't predict the divine. A God of intermittent mercy who never gave a sign. I built a shrine of moments, lit candles made of hope. Hung prayers on your indifference and tied my heart with rope. Your silence was a siren, your words a sacred hymn. I danced between the dopamine and the egg beneath my skin. You knew the science of seduction, the chemistry of pain. You dosed me with attention, then disappeared again. I learned to love the waiting, the ache became my friend. The slot machine kept spinning, and I forgot the end. You were the dealer, darling, I was chips upon your float. You played me like a melody that vanished through the door. I mistook the spice for love, the chaos for a bomb. But you were just a pattern that I couldn't look beyond. I saw meaning in the randomness, a message in the void. But every time I reached for you, you left me paranoid. I called it fate, I called it soap, I called it something deep. But it was just a feedback loop that wouldn't let me sleep. You trained me like a gambler, the crave the unknown prize to see you win in every loss, and truth in every lie. I kept the score in silence, counted glances like gold. But you were never playing, you just like to watch me fold. I begged for crumbs of kindness, you tossed them like a king. And every time you pulled away, I felt the needle sting. I wasn't in a love story, I was in a lab of lust. You were testing my reactions and I mistook it for trust. I built a castle out of chaos, a throne from shattered dreams. You ruled it with a phantom touch and crowned me with the strings. I wore your absence like a coat, your presence like a flame. I burned for every flick and froze when you withdrew the game. You taught me how to chase you, not how to feel secure.